very good morning to everybody. Consciousness and spiritually awakened state. It is a journey, an ending. We every time enter the state of silence consciously in an awakened state. We try to explore the state of eternal shunya, the state of eternal ecstasy. When an individual begins to move on a spiritual journey, he encounters many ups and downs in its courses. In his journey, there are periods when he achieves things fastly, but there are periods during which there are slow movement towards the goal. So never be depressed or never lose your heart. We have to consciously move ahead. Normally, we remain body conscious most of the times. Even when we have begun the spiritual journey, with our best efforts, we are able to remain soul conscious for a short period of time. But gradually with the practice, we can remain soul conscious for longer and longer periods. So our goal is to attain a situation in which we from body consciousness enter to the soul consciousness state. The process of transition from body consciousness to soul consciousness may be slow for some, but fast for others. It all depends upon persons. When a person practicing spirituality acquires a mental state in which he or she remains totally soul conscious, then that person is said to have experienced spiritual awakening. Jagrat Avastha. Therefore, spiritual awakening refers to a dynamic shift in the consciousness and an appreciation of reality which had previously been unrealized. Such a realization is in the recognition of oneness with all of existence. Sampurnata. One gets a core message from realization that the absolute truth is beyond all concepts. And beliefs of a human being. Unearth all apartment differences lies a fundamental oneness. All forms of existence arises from pure potentiality. The sages referred to this as emptiness. While Silence may refer to it the 0 point field or field of potential. Consciousness is the soul. In the absence of the soul, we are locked in our mental existence. As such, consciousness is our salvation. It is the higher light of cognition, the true ruler of the mind, the one that brings peace and stillness to the movement of the thoughts. It is the one that brings love and freedom to the mind. So the awakening of consciousness is the base of transform, or it is a base to transform the mind. However, for this awakening to be completed, we must use the base to establish the correct relationship with our mind. Chintan. Chitta or Chintan. Conscious does not guarantee reaching that correct relationship. Consciousness does not guarantee. For instance, we often come across the notation that whether we think or don't think does not matter, because we are not the mind anyway. The notation has been invented to justify being unconscious. The majority of those who say these things are not awakened in any way, they only have the mental conviction that they are something or someone beyond the mind. It's true to itself. However, even if some of them are awakened, their consciousness to a degree, they still remain completely fragmented in the mind. Why are they fragmented? Why does their mind remain chaotic? Why can they not reach the state of and the mind and the condition of silent mind? Why? The root of this problem is a lack of integration between the awakened state and the mind. And the root of this lack is not during the proper tools which to relate to the mind in a positive and intelligent way. One of the main elements in facilitating this integration is the awakening of conscious me, which in some traditions have been called awareness. A spiritually awakened person no more identifies with the body. While living in the body and performing all its functions and activities, he has lost all senses of I, me or mine. His or her ego has dissolved completely. Such person experiences no duality. As for example, happiness or unhappiness, pleasure or pain, gain or loss, and recognition or derecognition doesn't affect the person, which means that the person is equipoise in all diverse situations. Despite experiencing emotions, one is not affected by them, since the person is filled with love, kindness, and compassion for all humanity. A spiritually awakened individual never stops evolving spiritually, since spiritual growth is a lifelong process. So one have to try. Don't stop. Don't think what the others are saying. because it is your experience, it is your feeling, it is your journey, it is your conscious state. It is as equal. If you taste a spoon of sugar, sweetness, you understand its depth of sweetnessness. For you, that one teaspoon can be sweetest, and for others who are not conscious will not taste them as sweet. So, let us do our meditations, or moreover, the correct word is dhyana. Let us be always in dhyana, there and anana, permanent remembrance of our goal. Or let our mind resides in dhyana, because it is chintana. Remembrance. Om Shadgurudevaya Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.